Today we are counting down 6 South African celebrities who can't stand the great Mufasa. How's it, guys? Welcome to it. Thanks for tuning in. Before we get into today's video, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss my uploads. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get started. And today we start with Super Mega. The beef between these two has been one of the longest and most fiercest public feuds South Africa has seen, and it's all just because of competition. In one interview, AKA said that the industry wasn't big enough for himself and Cassper, and that one must die. Their beef has seen both rappers release diss tracks. AKA has insulted Cassper's parents, demanded a boxing match, and even refused to drink Ciroc just because it's endorsed by Cassper. And while this may be entertaining for AKA or Cassper, it's honestly just boring for the rest of us. Next up is local poet and muso Nzigi, who has put Cassper on blast several times. In one tweet, she claimed that Cassper killed South African hip-hop and made it lose sensible direction. She followed this up by saying, "We went from the quality standard of Pro Kid and Double HP, who used to rap about social issues which kept us out of trouble, to Cassper, who raps about booze, which leads us to lean and cocaine." In another incident, Cassper was invited to an interview with the American DJ Sway, and Ziggy didn't waste any time expressing her disappointment in the way Cassper held the interview. She said, and I quote, "I have never been so embarrassed to be South African in my life." In that whole interview, Cassper said nothing powerful to make South Africa look good. The interview left me feeling embarrassed about the youth. And next time DJ Sway wants to have a conscious conversation about South African hip-hop, please don't call Cassper. Next up is former best friend to Cassper, Ricky Rick. He and Cassper used to be friendship goals and then fell out. We don't really know exactly what happened, but in an interview that Ricky had with Slicker, he said he needed more relationships that were genuine and not tit-for-tat kind of friendships. And soon after he parted ways with Cass, he became close friends with Cassper's rival, AKA. Talk about backstabs. And then we have roll-up hitmaker MT the Hustler. The beef between these two started when Cassper made fun of MT after a video of his genitals went viral, and they've been dissing, mocking, and blasting each other since then. On number 5 is Lerato Kganyago. Last year, Cassper and Lerato had one of the most awkward Twitter spats over high rotations and fake industry love. It all started when a fan claimed that Cassper's Move For Me song wasn't featured on the Metro FM Top 40 charts, to which Cassper replied maybe they didn't like it. And that's when Lerato jumped in and reminded Cassper that his song is on every day, despite not making it to the Top 40 charts. Cassper replied to LKG telling her to relax, and then it became dark. Lerato started calling Cassper childish, disrespectful, and snacks. I must say, we never saw this one coming, but you never know what could happen in Celebville, so yeah. And finally, we have Prince KB, whose war with Cassper started over bicep sizes. The Great War started after a fan commented on KB's picture where he was flexing his biceps, implying that Nyovest is the one who inspired KB to work on his body. KB replied, "So you think my arms are inspired by someone who doesn't even have them?" Cassper was touched by the reply and replied to KB, asking him to stop editing his pictures to make his waist smaller. Then KB called Cassper short ban, and that was the beginning of Body War 1. But honestly, how dare you, KB, calling the great Mufasa a short ban? Like how do you do that? Anyway, we've come to the end of today's video, guys. Please let me know of any other celebrities you know can't stand Mufasa. Subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.